All right, if you're looking for inspiration,
So I prepared inspirational posters.
not that inspiration, but the inspiration that this could all be in your next backyard, you're not going to want to miss this video. Guys, today we are touring the neighborhoods of Inspiration and the Southeast Aurora area. So you're not going to want to miss a minute of this because we're going to show you some neighborhoods where you can get some extreme value for your money. Not only if you're looking for a family-friendly neighborhood, but if you're one of those people looking for a 55-plus community, we got that as well. It's getting a little bit windy, so we're going to head into the car before we check out this neighborhood. Okay, so today we're in the neighborhoods of Inspiration, and we're going to actually venture out of that as well to Heritage Eagle Bend and Tallyn's Reach, and give you what Southeast Aurora has to offer. Now, this is a widely overlooked neighborhood and area of Colorado, and the reason for that is it has the name Aurora attached to it, which if you watch the news, you know there's a lot of drama happening in Aurora, but you'd almost think this is a completely different town than what they're talking about on the news. And then that part of Aurora is definitely further north and definitely closer to the interior of Denver, and yes, those problems do exist up there, but this is an entirely different city altogether down here. Starting off with the location of Inspiration in this neighborhood down south, it is kind of just north of the Parker area on the southeast corner of the Denver Metro. So if you follow the C470 loop that kind of encircles Denver, we're going to be just on the south of that, and to the east of that is where most of these neighborhoods are going to be. And the neighborhood of Inspiration actually has several different pockets. It is a blend of family-friendly neighborhoods where a lot of families like to move because it's got a lot of amenities, parks, and trails. And it also has several 55-plus communities, which make it attractive for a lot of retirees or, you know, people that are aging. They want single-level living, but nice, clean, and quiet neighborhoods. And there's definitely a nice community feel when you come out here to this neighborhood. Just as we've been driving around, see a lot of people out walking their dogs, meeting with people at the parks or different trails that are around. So it's a little bit windy today, so there's not quite as many people out. And one of the reasons that I'm having to talk to you guys from the car, but we're going to drive around and take a look at the different neighborhoods, different home styles that you can get. A lot of these homes are quite a bit newer than a lot of the ones you'll find in the rest of like the Centennial and Aurora area. So a lot of it built in the last 10 to 15 years. Like I said, a lot of ranch style homes in those 55-plus communities, and great amenities in these neighborhoods. Clubhouses, pickleball courts, tennis courts, golf courses nearby, so you can lead a very active lifestyle even in this 55-plus community. Now, the median home price in this area is going to be right around $800,000, so a little bit on the higher end, but as you can see from the caliber of these homes, you're getting quite a bit for your money here. And I will say you're probably saving around $50,000 to $75,000 per home. Were these homes to be in Highlands Ranch or Lone Tree, or even I'd say, you know, parts of Parker or Castle Rock, a lot of these would be going for $900,000 or more. So yes, it costs a little bit more to get out here, but you are saving quite a bit as compared to some of the other neighborhoods around like Castle Pines and Lone Tree. Now, a reason this neighborhood has become popular, not only for the retirees in the 55-plus community, but for families as well, is these neighborhoods do have a lot to offer families, and there's a lot of amenities that are nearby. So you are on the north end of Parker, so you're only maybe 10-minute drive down into Parker, where you have Main Street and all the local coffee shops and parks, playgrounds, pools, and rec centers. But you also have some of the things that are right here in the Aurora area near your community. So they have the Southlands Mall that's over here, movie theater, all your outdoor shopping, big box stores. So you have all your suburban amenities as well as some more local options. And you got gyms and rec centers out here as well. So there's a great gymnastics gym that's right off the 470 loop here off Gartrell Road. A great place if your kids are into gymnastics or just sports in general. It's a good, cool, clean complex to take your kids to. So the biggest draws to this area are the more affordable price point for the caliber and the size of home that you're going to get. You also have a lot of amenities that are nearby. You're probably about a 35 to 40 minute commute into Denver, but you are closer to Denver International Airport. So if you need to get up to DIA, jumping on the toll road, probably a 20, maybe 25-minute commute tops to get out to DIA from this particular neighborhood. Now, as we move out of Inspiration and we explore some other neighborhoods around here, one in particular, Heritage Eagle Bend, is specifically a 55-plus community. So gated community on the golf course, clubhouse, lots of local amenities, private club amenities here, including a pool, pickleball courts, like I said, the golf course, and that has been a favorite of a lot of retirees looking not to downsize, but just to have a different style of home, have that single level living, live a very active lifestyle, but still have, a luxury caliber home. And those prices are going to range from $800,000 to $1 million. This area is kind of similar to one I mentioned in Castle Rock called Montaigne, where you have a very active 55-plus community. And this is also going to have, depending on where you are in the neighborhood, sweeping mountain views of the Front Range. So very, very popular in that respect. The only downside really for a lot of people is the name of Aurora. Some people just don't want to live in a place that kind of has a bad reputation. And like I said, as you can see through these neighborhoods, super clean and well cared for, and definitely have a safe feeling when you're in these particular pockets down here. Now, the next neighborhood we're going to take a drive through is called Tallyn's Reach. So it is a favorite of a lot of families that choose to move out here. This is going to have a similar feel to Parker and Castle Rock, where you have a lot of trails right out your back door. A lot of the neighborhoods, homes in this neighborhood's back to open space. You have a lot of nice views. One thing that is a benefit as you move a little bit further to the east is you have views of the entire mountain range. So you can see not only the foothills, but what's behind those and the Rockies and the snow-capped mountains in that winter and spring and even into the early summer parts. So it makes for very, very picturesque views. These neighborhoods also butt up to some more of the ranch properties or horse properties that are just to the east of these communities. So if your kids are into 4-H and you want to have ranches nearby where they can learn the hard work or be a ranch hand or just get that experience in life, you're going to get those in Castle Rock, Parker, and in this East Aurora part. It's definitely a little bit harder and you got to travel a little bit further if you live within the city, but this is kind of a perfect blend of the suburban living, having all your amenities nearby, having all your big box stores that are convenient nearby, but also having, a little bit more open space and ranches and farms also on the other side. Now, what, if any, downsides are there to moving out to this area? Inspiration, Heritage Eagle Bend, or the Tallyn's Reach area? One con I will say for these properties out here are a little bit higher property taxes. As these developments get newer and newer, they are having higher and higher property taxes, which Colorado is kind of well known for having lower property taxes across most of the metro area. So in these older historic neighborhoods, tax rates are going to be 0.5 or 0.6% of the home's assessed value. Whereas out here and in the newer build communities of Castle Rock and Parker, you're going to see higher tax rates in the 0.8, 0.9% range, and then the new build communities are usually around 1.1, 1.2% of the assessed value. Now that could be a huge difference, especially when you're getting into these higher priced homes. So $800,000 home in this area, your taxes are probably going to be about $6,000, $6,500. If you get up over $1 million, going to be $9,000, $10,000 a year in taxes. Whereas if you had the same home in Denver at a 0.5%, tax rate, and it was $1 million home, you're only looking at $5,000 in property taxes.